So just recently I was going through some of my recent recordings. I was going through all the recordings that I made just recently a few days ago. And it's actually crazy to think that we're at like over 90 episodes now. It's like nuts. Like I think we're at 92 or 93 recordings, which is crazy. I can't believe like it's been that many. I mean, I know it's not that much, but approaching 100 is kind of cool, I think. Just the fact that my love and my passion for talking about the things that I talk about, presence, being yourself, self-growth, self-love, goal setting, going after your goals, all this kind of stuff. My love for it and my passion for it has only increased as I've continued to make these recordings. And I try to make every single one of these recordings from my heart. I know I do. If I have an idea or I get inspired to make something, I'll talk about it. And, making these recordings initially was not easy at all. It was very difficult, actually. I've always been the type of person to kind of just keep to myself, and I don't like to put myself out there that much. But once I really developed the vision for what I saw this being, presence of being, the community, and promoting that present lifestyle, I understood that in order for me to get the message out and in order to build the community that I genuinely saw this becoming, ultimately, I needed to post content online. Like, it was just inevitable. And it started off with those TikTok videos. If you are watching this, you probably are from TikTok. And slowly, after making TikTok videos, I realized that I liked talking just more, I guess, raw and unedited. And I think TikTok, with the algorithms and stuff, you have to have things be a bit clickbaity, and you need to grab people's attention. And if you don't grab somebody's attention, then you're not going to get the views that you want. And I think with YouTube and with these recordings, the podcast on Spotify or Apple, wherever you listen to this, I feel like I can just be a little bit more unstructured in a way. And that might not be the best for views and engagement, but I really like this format. I really, really like this format. So like I said, I like keeping these recordings just strictly just whatever is on my mind and just talking from the heart, talking just genuine. And I believe that these recordings have gotten better over time, and I aim to only continue to elevate the quality of these recordings and just the way that I speak, and everything hopefully will continue to improve as I get more familiar with how to record and how to edit and how to make these videos the best I possibly can be. And that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in the beginning of this recording. But the main thing that I wanted to get across in this recording, as I was, I kind of just went off on a tangent there, but when I was scrolling and looking at, the kind of videos and the kind of recordings that I've made in the past, I've mentioned before the importance of being on your own team and being a genuine support for yourself. And I want to talk about that a little bit more in depth in this recording, because if you don't have your own back, like at the end of the day, if you don't keep the promises you made to yourself, if you don't hold yourself to a certain standard, if you don't genuinely care about yourself, you aren't going to get to the places that you want to get to, and you're just going to be miserable. If you're pursuing a goal, if you're going after something, if you're chasing a dream, a vision that only you can see, of course it's important to also have self-love and be there for yourself and have that foundation with yourself that you've built internally. But even in your just day-to-day life, as you're going through your day, maybe you're not taking action towards your goals. Maybe you're just chilling. Like, being able to rely on yourself, having those internal conversations with yourself, having a positive self-talk, these are all incredibly important things independently of pursuing a goal or going after your goal or taking action towards your goals. If you're pursuing your goals, if you're going after your dreams, people talk about the fact that it's important to have a positive self-talk, especially because sometimes, a lot of the time, for some people, at the beginning stages of going after your goals and pursuing something, it's lonely, or you know you're struggling with consistency, or maybe you aren't getting the results that you want. So it's important to have that positive self-talk and be in your own team. But what about just you going about your day? You may not even be pursuing a goal. You may not even care to pursue a goal or go after your dreams. Like, I would recommend that you do, but like, even if you don't, like, it's so important to have positive self-talk. I've said this before in different recordings. You have no idea what anybody else is going through. So it's important to be kind. Be kind to yourself. You know what you're going through. You know the kind of things that are going on internally. You know how you're feeling. You know the type of things that you think about on a day-to-day basis. You know what your state of being is and the kind of things that you have to go through on a day-to-day basis. And it's important to be kind to yourself and show up for yourself, be there for yourself, and be able to have, just a healthy relationship with yourself. Be kind to yourself. You know, if you feel upset or whatever the case might be, talk to somebody. Talk to yourself. Make sure you're having a positive self-talk. It's a lot easier said than done, obviously, but like, do what you got to do for you. The relationship that you have with yourself is so important. Like, it's so critical. It's so important. Like, just the other day, I was thinking about this event that took place, and the outcome of that event wasn't what I wanted, but I was able to reframe the event in such a way where I realized, look how much I learned. Even though I didn't get the result that I wanted and I was upset about the outcome, look how much I learned. Look how I'm able to take all the lessons from this, apply it to something else, apply it to this, apply it to that, which is going to help me moving forward. And the energy that I got from that, the motivation I got from that, just the overall good feelings that I felt after reframing that event, it was great. My positive self-talk enabled me to look at an event in a different way than I originally looked at it, which is going to help me moving forward. When those things happen in your life, like I said, independently of you taking action towards a specific goal or pursuing a goal, when you're just thinking about the past, when you're just thinking about the future, maybe you get a little bit anxious thinking about the future, or you start regretting something that happened in the past. Just being able to reframe things in a positive way, being able to just like talk yourself out of thinking about the past or thinking about the future, just recentering yourself in the present moment is such a valuable asset that you can have. Such a valuable thing that you could be doing in your life. Recentering yourself, realigning yourself when you're just going about your day. It doesn't have to do with, or doesn't always have to do with like you pursuing something or taking action, actively being in pursuit of a specific goal. It could just be you living your life, going about your day, thinking about whatever it is you're thinking about, and then just being there for yourself, knowing that like when you get down, like you're just there for you. Like, you know that you aren't going to make it worse for yourself. It's very powerful. It's very important, I think. And this is something that happens all the time, right? You kind of hype yourself up, or you motivate yourself, or you have those pep talks with yourself internally. Again, whether it's, you taking action towards your goals and being there for yourself as you take action towards your goals, knowing when to rest, knowing when to continue to take action, or just, like I said, hyping yourself up as you take action towards your goals, or if it's completely independent of your goals and you just, living your life and going throughout your day. Humans have like 30,000 thoughts a day, making sure, those thoughts are, or at least, a significant percentage of those thoughts are good thoughts, positive thoughts, thoughts that help you, thoughts that, keep you centered. It's important. Be there for yourself. Make sure that you are developing a healthy and positive relationship with yourself, and it will change your life. It will change your life. You're going to feel more energy. You're going to feel more motivated. You're going to feel more disciplined. You're going to feel more at peace with yourself. And that is like priceless. I've said this many times also. You can get to the places that you want to get to. You can reach your goals. You can reach your dreams. You can get to the destinations and achieve everything that you want. But if you are not proud of yourself, if you don't like yourself, if you aren't yourself, does it really matter? If you aren't at peace with yourself, does it really matter? The most important relationship, or one of the most important relationships that you are going to have, is the relationship that you have with you, with the person you see in the mirror. So make sure it is a good one. Do whatever it is you can to make sure the relationship that you have with you is something that you can be proud of. When you know you have your back, when you know you can rely on yourself, when you know that you're going to keep the promises you made to yourself, you're going to uphold yourself to a certain standard, that is priceless. And it's just going to enable you to continue to get better, continue to grow, while also knowing that you have yourself. Like, at the end of the day, you're going to back yourself. You're going to trust yourself, and you're going to back yourself no matter what. You're going to bet on you because you know the kind of relationship that you have with yourself. And I think the biggest actionable piece of advice that I could give in this recording to start developing that relationship with yourself and knowing that you have your back, being able to, have that self-talk and just being able to rely on yourself, is spending time with people who elevate you, people who support you genuinely, and people who want to see you win. So if you have somebody in your life who you can lean on and rely on, if you can spend a little bit more time with that person, spend time with that person, spend a little bit more time with that person, give to that person, friends, family, whoever that might be. Invest your time and energy in people who genuinely care about you. I think this is something that we tend to overlook. Appreciate the people that you have in your life, people who support you, people who love you, people who want to see you win. Spend more time with those people if you can. Show them that you genuinely care about them as well with your actions. And also just, spend time in presence. This is pretty much the actionable piece of advice that I give in every single one of my recordings, but spend more time connecting with yourself, getting to know yourself a little bit more. Meditate. These things are going to help you, and they're going to connect you more with yourself. And I guess the last piece of actionable advice that I can give, something that, I'm starting to incorporate into my life, but, it's not always easy, especially when, I'm making content all the time, every single day, but it's spending a little bit less time on social media if you can. When you wake up in the morning, don't reach for your phone first thing in the morning, and start scrolling. If you find yourself comparing yourself to other people or judging yourself, because you don't necessarily have the things that you want, and you see everyone on social media, they have the things that you want, limit your screen time. Stop spending so much time scrolling, and hopefully you'll just feel a little bit better about yourself, and maybe that'll help you connect with yourself a little bit more as well. Love yourself. It sounds cliche, it sounds a bit cheesy, but you have to have your back. You have to have your back. You have to be on your own team. You have to be there for yourself and support yourself. When things don't go your way, knowing that you have yourself at the end of the day, that you're going to help yourself turn things around, that's a superpower. And when things do go well, when things are going well, you're achieving the things that you want, or you're just happy, being there for yourself to make sure that you don't get too high, too attached to the things that are going on. And also just being able to, congratulate yourself and give yourself props, because sometimes, especially if you're ambitious or you have big goals and you're taking action consistently, it's very easy to not feel like you're enough and just continuing to pursue. When, it's important to give yourself a pat on the back if you are being consistent, if you are keeping the promises that you made to yourself. So I think that's really important to address as well. Try to keep these recordings as just raw and honest and open, as transparent as I can be, as authentic as I can be. These messages are all coming from the heart. So I hope that you got some value from listening to this. Just talking about it, I think, helps me a lot. If you enjoyed listening to this recording specifically, or any of the other recordings, DM me on Instagram. My DMs are always open. You can message me at Presence of Being, and we can have a conversation. Follow the community over there. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. All this stuff really does help a lot. And sign up for the email list for the hats, which are on their way to me. So those will be released very soon. If you sign up for the email list, you'll have first access to the website when it's unlocked. This is something that really I'm looking forward to releasing to everyone for our community, something that I'm really passionate about. So very excited for that. And thank you again for being here. Thank you for being a part of our community, and I'll see you in the next recording very soon.